What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. And yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce and lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hussle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win. And in today's video, we could be talking about credit card fraud, swiping. A lot of different things are, a lot of different scams, a lot of different schemes are happening with credit cards. And like I tell you guys all the time, wherever there's money being made or money being generated, there's going to be some type of scam, fraud, or scheme being committed, because it's a source or a way to make some money. And that's what scammers and fraudsters look for, ways to make money. And a lot of these scams and schemes generate and come from legal ways of doing things. They just figure out illegal ways how to do them. So today we're gonna be talking about credit card fraud. We're gonna be analyzing and reacting to another darknet video the on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check out the YouTube channel Darknet. This guy right here is well, not a master credit card. Well, technically he is a credit card scammer. He did years in prison for it. And now he's telling his truth and speaking about it. So we gonna jump right on in with him and analyze and dissect and react to credit card fraud and swiping. All right, so make sure you guys go check out Darknet on YouTube. Go subscribe, hit the all notification bell, do all that good stuff for more fraud videos and scam videos. All right, fair use, no copyright, reacting, analyzing. So with that being said, let's get to it. All right, so
Darknet. In this video, I'll be breaking down exactly how scammers get their hands on your credit card numbers, how they test them, how they cash out, and why it's so hard to trace. I'll do my best to give you the real workflow, the way it's actually done by people who do this for a living. Let's get into it.
let's break it down for you good people. Let's break it down for you good. I don't know about all that, cuz. I don't know about all that right there, cuz. I don't know about that either. They be, hey. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, it gets real. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
There are 5 main ways that scammers get card info and use it online to commit fraud.
5 main
Number
ways.
1 is data breaches. This is the
Now, a data breach is what I tell you guys about all the time at the end of the videos. Compromises, system leaks, hacks, where hackers and scammers get a hold of data bases, or they compromise and hack databases. Skimmers, they get these they commit these data breaches and get these credit card and debit card information because we use them so often. Every time we use them, they're stored in these databases and on these POS machines, which hackers and scammers compromise.
gold mine. This usually happens when a company's servers get breached. The really successful ones leak millions of users' full names, addresses, passwords, and payment info. And sometimes it's careless security, sometimes it's an inside
Facts.
job.
Facts.
The leaks then get bundled into databases, sorted by region and spending capacity based on the bin numbers, and sold just like any other product on the internet. Number 2 is phishing. considered the cleanest method, but in my opinion, not really good for bulk collection. This is accomplished by creating fake login portals that look real down to the last pixel, fake Amazon pages,
And these is more like bots when people send you text messages or emails and they had you click on it and it looked like a real bank, a real website, a real company. You put your information in there, and once you put your information in there, your information is now stolen. So you basically just gave away your information to a scammer because you were tricked into believing this text message or this email was really from this bank or this company that needed you to log in, and once you put in your information, it was now compromised and stolen.
fake bank emails, fake password resets. When you think you're logging
OTP
in,
bots.
you're not. You're basically just handing over all of your info.
I just said that.
Number 3 is fake stores and payment pages. Some scammers build entire fake e-commerce websites just to capture card numbers. They never
Now, this right here, I've seen it done a lot. A lot of people make fake Shopify sites and sell fake products and do a lot of things like that. So also beware for the fake e-commerce sites that's fake, selling fake products and getting your information and things like that, or getting your money.
really ship anything. The purchases itself is the extraction of your credit card data. Now, this is a sneaky one, especially when they run entire social media campaigns with targeted ads. Number 4
Facts.
is skimmers and shimmers. These are physical devices.
And we all know what skimmers is. Skimmers are devices that they place over POS machines or inside gas pumps that steals your credit card and debit card information when you use that POS machine. How does skimmer look? It looks exactly like the POS machine. So if you go to an ATM and you insert your card, that port right there could be a skimmer. They put it on top of their card inserter, so you will never know. It looks exactly the same. So if you wiggle it and it's loose and you could pull it off, that's a skimmer. Also, the keypad strokes where you put in your PIN number for your card, that can be a skimmer. They can literally put another pin port or pin pad right there that looks exactly the same. And once you put in your what's the name number, it'll be logged on to that skimmer. So it's a lot of places out here. Almost every place that you could use your card could be a skimmer.
Hidden inside ATMs and gas pumps. They read your magnetic strip or even your chip. In 2025, shimmers, unlike skimmers, are harder to spot than ever. Some are literally paper thin and hide inside of card slots. You'd never even know they were there. Number 5 is buying directly from dark web sellers.
The dark web is a place that sells a lot of illegal information, a lot of illegal things, a lot of illegal products. You can see a lot of dark information, get a lot of dark information, a lot of dark videos and things like that. A lot of scammers and hackers and thieves or whoever, they compromise and get these skimmers and all do these different things, and then they go sell it on the dark web. So the dark web is real. The dark web is a dark place and it's a scary place.
Now,
If you
this
don't know what you're
method
doing.
as of late is pretty sketchy, given the rise of rippers, people who pretend to be legitimate vendors and just take your money. Everybody's complaining about all of the good sites being gatekept, and that's something that I actually happen to agree with. But if you're one of the lucky ones to actually find a legit site to purchase from, then buyers can choose region, bank, income bracket, type of card, and pricing is based on.
And a lot of people do gatekeep sites. Like me, I don't give sites for a lot of different reasons. For guideline reasons, for safety reasons, because like I said, the dark websites can be very tricky, and some dark websites aren't free. Most real dark websites, you have to create an account, and you have to pay to create an account and get into that site. So some of them aren't free. Some people, and most people don't know about this world, how to utilize this world, how to be in this world. So they just think it's all going to dark web, go to this site and go buy. No, it's nothing like that. You got to actually know what you're doing, actually know how to stay protected, VPNs and things like that when you're on the dark web, and how to find legit sites and become a legit member to purchase whatever is on that site. So it's not as easy as you. Well, it's not easy at all to find legit sites at all, because a lot of people don't just hand out sites because police be on there and all different type of things. So it's a safety reason and all different type of precautions that they take for only legit people to be on these sites.
The success rate. Card data isn't stolen one by one anymore, it's harvested in the tens of thousands, sometimes even the millions.
Facts.
How does our company go from vibe coding to building?
We don't do no sound noise. I don't even want to do next steps, y'all. Next steps. So we just explained. Well, he just explained that the top swiping methods. Now this is
Scammer has your card number. It's not used right away. They need to know whether it's alive. This is the testing phase.
And that's what live cards mean. So live cards mean basically just means active cards. They're live. They're ready to go.
And it's almost always automated. Here's how it works. They run small charges, $1, $2, $3 through random services. Sometimes it's digital items, games, trial subscriptions, food orders. This process is called card checking. If a charge succeeds, the card is marked valid. If it doesn't, the card is marked invalid. From here, fraudsters had two choices. One, sell it for money because validated cards are worth way more, or use it themselves and scale the fraud. Some of the tools.
Now, a lot of people be like, bro, if the card active, with the card live, a guy got money on it, why you won't just use it yourself? Why the scammers don't use them themselves? Why they don't? A lot of different reasons. Now, scammers, you got to understand. Some scammers utilize their brain. Some scammers don't. Some fraudsters say, hey, instead of using this card and put myself in the line of fire and put myself in the track hairs and the paper trail of this card, I'll just sell it and let somebody else use this card and let them do whatever that they want to do. So I eliminate all the possibility of any of that coming back to me and just being the vendor and selling this card. Or some people say I'm going to utilize this card and do whatever that I want to do. But like I said, when it comes to cards, it's a different ballgame. Because most times you got to order things and resell them to get the money actually.
Used during this stage are bots that automatically check hundreds of card numbers at once, custom scripts that simulate real human purchases, IP rotation systems to avoid detection, and stolen logins from Amazon, Uber, DoorDash, etc. to test cards safely. A card that passes the test is now officially live, and that's when the real damage begins.
Live cards, once they live, they're good to go.
What most people don't understand is credit card fraud is rarely one person. It's an entire ecosystem, a business model. Every role is specialized. You've got the harvester.
So it's different roles and scam. Like that's why I said in the last video, it's gangs and scamming and fraud, because different people have different roles. So this person might do this person might do that, this person might do this, and it all contributes to doing this one method. So this person, like he finna explain.
Person is responsible for stealing the card data using various methods: phishing, malware, skimmer, whatever.
So that one person just steal information all day.
Have the checker. This person tests the cards to see which ones still work.
There's another person.
Then obviously you have the buyer who purchases validated cards for direct use. You also have something called a cash out partner. This person receives products and or money and launders it. Pretty much just acts as like a dry cleaning service for all of the illicit proceeds from the scam. You have something called a reshipper who distributes the stolen goods to other states, cities, and or countries to be sold on third-party websites. Then you have something called a mixer, launderer, which turns stolen goods into clean money. Now, Obviously, all of these roles can be done by a single individual, but when working as a team, each role has low risk because every operation is compartmentalized and nobody really carries the full operation. Everything is segmented, disposable, and transaction based. In the
Facts.
criminal world, this is called
How can you put an end to phishing scene?
Come on now dog.
operating clean,
Operating
always
clean.
keeping distance from the purchase itself.
Facts. And that's what I was just talking about. They want to stay as far away from the transactions and the scam activity as possible. They just want to sell the information and make their money that way. So people got different ways and different methods on how they want to make their money. So some scammers and fraudsters don't utilize the cards and use them. They just sell them. It's easier and safer for them that way.
Now, to hide their identity, scammers stack layers of protection around themselves. First, you have tech barriers, VPNs, Tor routing, device fingerprint spoofers, proxy chains, burner phones, temporary emails, and virtual machines. Then comes operational barriers, fake names, drop addresses, stolen identity documents, delivery mules, reshipping services, digital-only purchases to avoid shipping entirely. And if law enforcement gets too close, the whole identity, email, SIM, wallet, gets instantly abandoned.
That
The
fact.
modern scammer treats identity the same way a burglar treats gloves. Use once and throw away.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Identity theft is it's very popular in the fraud community and the scam community because most scams and fraud deal with identity because most ways to get money, you need your identity. Going to a bank, going to a car lot, getting a credit card, doing these things that pertain money. See, a lot of people don't understand and analyze and think about it. Scamming and fraud is really an IT world. It's a technical world. So a lot of people don't know. So they think scamming and fraud is just dealing with checks and credit cards. No, scamming and fraud is an IT world dealing with computers, coding, compromising. Because most methods are IT methods, are technical methods that you have to utilize certain tools, SOCs and proxies and VPNs and all these different things to bypass this and do that. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think it's just step 1, step 2, step 3, here goes some free money. It's nothing like that.
Once card information is obtained, the first question every scammer asks is simple. Do I keep this card alive and milk it, or do I kill it with one big hit? These two strategies shape almost every credit card fraud operation. Method 1 is keeping the card alive. This is what I like to refer to as the warm-up strategy. Most victims never see the fraud coming because scammers don't immediately run the card up for thousands of dollars. They play it slow, patient, invisible. The goal is to blend into your normal spending patterns so the card lasts as long as possible. It usually starts with tiny, forgettable transactions. $1.99 App Store charge, $5 coffee at Starbucks.
And that's why people got to start paying attention to these transactions because it be a transaction. You be like, I don't even remember. And sometimes it be transactions from places that you signed up to and forgot or things like that. So you just got to start paying attention more to y'all transactions. These credit card and debit cards are very vulnerable and scammers and hackers are getting a hold of them and the information and committing scams, fraud, and schemes.
$6 to $8 streaming trial, $12 food delivery or Uber ride. These amounts fly under the radar for a reason. Banks don't flag them, and victims assume they're old subscriptions, forgotten renewals, or maybe something a family member bought. Each small purchase is a pulse check. It's a way for the scammer to confirm if the card still works, hasn't been frozen, and can handle bigger transactions later. If it passes, they inch upward, transaction by transaction, until they've milked the account dry over days or even weeks. This slow burn
Milking it
method
dry.
is actually used by hot boys that are actually living off of someone else's debit or credit card. Now, method 2, My personal favorite is the Big Dirty.
The Big
or
Dirty, huh?
the one-shot kill. Now, anyone who's been doing this a while knows some cards won't live long. Maybe
Most
the
cards
victims
won't
check
live
their
long.
banks daily. Maybe the issuer uses aggressive fraud detection, regional locked bins. Sometimes the scammer only has a tiny window before the card is shut down. So instead of warming it up, they go straight for one large transaction, a $1,200 electronics order,
One
a
big
$900 airline ticket, which I think is stupid, a $2,500 luxury
dumb.
purchase, a cryptocurrency exchange deposit. It's fast, loud, burn and go. Once the charge goes through, the card is usually dead within minutes, but the scammer already has the goods, the digital credits, or the flight confirmation, whatever it may be. This approach catches financial institutions off guard because they were hit once, hard, with no warning, and that's why I prefer the Big Dirty.
USAA Safe Pilot, I can save when I road trip safely.
Or with USAA Safe Pilot Miles, I can save.
Facts. Dumbest things.
So let's talk about how the banks and financial institutions actually safeguard all of these methods. Because every purchase you make, every charge you send goes through what's called an invisible risk assessment system.
Facts.
Your bank is tracking your behavior in real time. Fraud detection systems analyze IP address and location patterns, device signals.
Did you hear what he just said? It tracks your IP address, your location patterns, all that. So if you are using a card somewhere where this card is not used to being used, is going to be detected as fraud. And that's where certain tools in the fraud world, SOCs, proxies, VPNs, all these different things come in that for the fraudster and the scammer to be able to bypass that type of things. And people,
signature, amount versus your typical spending, merchant category, time of day, velocity, number of transactions in time, login behavior, geographical consistency. The algorithm compares your current purchase to everything you've ever done before.
facts.
If it doesn't fit your pattern, your card gets flagged, frozen, or challenged. Some bank algorithms actually send high-risk transactions to an actual human for review, where they manually investigate unusual transactions before deciding to either deny or approve them. But even with billions invested in fraud detection, the system still leaks.
Facts.
And scammers sometimes adapt faster than security teams do. So, how do scammers actually cash out? Well, once a card is proven valid, scammers have one goal: convert it to cash or goods fast. These methods include buying iPhones, laptops, and luxury items, then reselling, food app
Crackhead
orders to
scam.
drop addresses, hotel and travel bookings, which I think is risky and retarded, to be completely honest with you. Buying digital codes or software keys is a good
Facts.
one. Purchasing crypto using stolen accounts can be pretty profitable. Selling validated cards in bulk to other scammers, basically becoming a reseller. And
Being a
large
vendor,
reselling operations.
listen, being a vendor, being a seller, being a person who has the product in any community, any world, is going to make somebody more money faster because you have the product and so many people want that product. You got abundance of that product. They're going to just keep vice versa. That person buying that product, that they got to go use it. And so that's why I tell people, like, that's why vendors don't use the card, so they selling it faster and they making more money faster and easier, vice versa, and having to put themselves in the line of fire to be caught on camera and doing all these crackhead scams.
Can be quite lucrative, and if done right, can run almost like a small business. Now, in order to move stolen goods, you can use Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, or eBay, and to a casual buyer, it just looks like another discount shop. At scale, this becomes industrial, and it just looks like regular commerce.
You could save thousands by refinancing your student loans with Earnest. What does thousands really mean? That could buy
Now let's talk about what dictates a card's value, because not all cards are equal. A validated
Not at
business
all.
credit card with a high limit is worth more than 50 regular classic debit cards combined.
And that's what I be trying to tell people. Most people in the world are broke, so that's money. Debit cards are your money that you earn, that you put in there. Credit cards are cards with money on there that they lent to you that you have to pay back. So that's more of a for sure money thing. And that's why I be trying to tell people that scammers and fraudsters are not going towards the business credit cards and debit cards, more towards the vice versa, the personal cards, because it's more of a for sure money thing.
Pricing depends on the card type, whether it's credit, debit, business, or premium. And all of this you can dictate by the BIN, which is the first six digits of any card called the bank identification number. Something else that dictates the price is the remaining balance on the card, which oftentimes is almost impossible to tell. At least I was never able to do so in my carding career, and I don't really know any methods to figure out the exact limit or balance on a card. But people have claimed,
I mean, all you gotta do is call the bank and put the information in, and it tell you your balance.
that there are ways to do it. I just don't know what they are. Now, country of origin is another one. Bank reputation is another one. And whether the login credentials are included, because a lot of the time, depending on which method was used to get the card information, you get a lot more than just the card information itself.
A lot.
Sometimes they come with social security number, phone number, driver's license, and billing address. And so the ideal jackpot are fulls, a full identity profile. Now, this usually includes, like before, the full name, social security number, address, bank login, phone number, credit score,
Different type
card
of full.
details, everything. With fulls, a scammer can become you. They can apply for loans in your name, take out lines of credit for new iPhones, order new credit cards. This is what we in the biz refer to as identity reconstruction.
Identity reconstruction. And this one, identity theft. I just told you, identity theft plays a major part in a major role in scams and fraud.
So, how can the average consumer protect themselves? Well, you can't block every attack, but you can make yourself an expensive target. Here's what actually helps. Use virtual cards for online purchases. Now, what this essentially does is puts a buffer between your bank account and your online transactions. Next, you can lock your cards when you're not using them. This is easier than most people think. It's just a simple one-tap feature on your banking app. Don't reuse passwords. This should be quite obvious, but you'd be surprised by how many people use the same password for everything. And with all of the data breaches that happen nowadays, all it takes is one leak and you're hit. Never use SMS-based two-factor authentication. Use app-based authentication, which is a lot more secure. Turn on banking alerts and actually read them. Being lazy will cost you money in the long run, I guarantee it. Freeze or cancel cards the moment you see something weird. Don't just wave it off. That's going to cost you money as well. Remember, security isn't paranoia, it's discipline. And unfortunately, this is the world that we live in today.
Facts, the crazy
being
world.
lazy or being complacent is going to get you jammed up, and that's what most scammers are counting on. They're counting on people to not pay attention to their bank accounts, not pay attention to alerts, not lock their cards, not use virtual cards, and all of these things can be avoided by just staying vigilant. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed,
and it's all about staying more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware. Because I tell you guys all the time, like I tell you, get your Norton Life Locks. Norton Life Lock will allow you to be able to monitor all your social media accounts and financial accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on, and it'll also monitor your personal and financial information on the dark web to make sure it's not lingering on there or being sold. Also, like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you freezing your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, because if it is frozen, nobody can get anything in your name. And like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you guys are changing your debit and credit card numbers every so often, because we use them every day, all the time, at all these different POS machines. And every time we use them, that information is now stored in that database, and there's always a data leak. So we are changing these debit and credit card numbers every so often. it'll make it harder for the scammer or the fraudster to be able to use these cards because the number will no longer be valid if they did compromise a database with the old information. All right. So make sure you guys are staying more safe, more cautious, and being more aware when it's coming out here into this world because it's getting more real, it's getting more serious, and it's getting more darker. And to be more safe is to be more aware. All right. So that being said, shout out to all my real King Hussle fans, supporters, subscribers out there because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there is tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gems are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing them for $600. Yes, $600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the $600 on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready. And we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yo me. Also, make sure you guys book your seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 250, 10 seats available. Ask me anything I want to ask me in these webinars to get help with anything I want to get help with. It's a lesson. It's basically a lesson, all right, or a class. All right. So make sure y'all come on in and book y'all seat. Also, make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour in-person limited gems, $3,500, $500 deposit, the rest of the money be in person. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, 30 days, $2,500. Anything you need help with, let's get to work. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, and TikTok. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hussle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.